I have a varied professional career, but how I got into coaching was a little bit different. So I was playing horseshoes at a barbecue in 2009 when all of a sudden I lost all strength and coordination in the right side of my body. It scared me enough for me to go to my doctor. I went there, he did some physical tests, said you do have weakness in your right side and we're going to send you for an MRI. So they sent me for the MRI. I went home, went to work the next day. They called me at my office and they said, Mr. Franzo, we usually don't make this call, but you have an enormous brain tumor. We have a neurosurgeon from a nearby hospital here today. You have a 1 o'clock appointment, be there. I just dropped the phone. I said, I'm dead. So I'm gonna make a real long story short. They said I didn't have cancer. I've never had cancer, but I had an enormous brain tumor. I had less than 2 weeks to live. The pressure crushed my brain down as far as it could go and then pushed my skull up about 4.5 centimeters. It was probably in me for about 15 years. It hit critical mass at the barbecue. So they said I shouldn't even be alive. I should have either had a grand mal seizure or I should have just slipped into a coma. So they said it's highly operable. It was enormous. I had 2 teams of neurosurgeons less than 3 weeks later, drill a dozen holes into my head, 10.5 hours of surgery. Spoiler alert, I lived, okay? But the collateral damage, so my head from all the way around here is titanium. Like any good contractor, they put bone plaster over it, a titanium mesh plate, my real scalp, and there it was. But I was paralyzed from the waist down. That was collateral damage from my quote-unquote benign brain tumor. So I spent months in rehab, inpatient, outpatient. I did walk again, obviously, but it was a game changer for me. So I started to connect with people in the brain tumor community, and I started to coach people, mentor more than coach, as to what it looked like, what success looked like to them, what that next day looked like for them, what hope looked like for them. So I worked at the university for another 7-8 years. I had a good run there, but I did some light consulting on the side and I liked it. So I looked for a template to find for consulting, and I ran across the growth coach, and the values really aligned with everything that I was looking for. Went to Cincinnati, met the team, and the rest is history.